For new project managers, starting out can feel like being dropped into the wild without a map. Suddenly you're juggling deadlines, managing a team, and being questioned by stakeholders, all while trying to avoid costly mistakes. But don't worry, you don't have to go it alone. I have 20 years of experience managing projects, but I still remember what it's like to be new at project management. This video is the ultimate survival guide for new project managers, and in it, I'll share my proven strategies to help you succeed in your new role. Here are the 5 essential tips for new project managers. Get clear on the project scope. Doing this will save you so much time in the long run. Trust me, you'll thank yourself for it by doing this on every project, big or small. I tell this to all new project managers I teach. Clear scope definition helps prevent misunderstanding and scope creep later. You want to make sure you understand the objectives, the deliverables, and priorities of the project from day one. To do that, you have to do a few things. Clarify your scope with your sponsor and use the priority matrix. Use a scope statement to document what's included and, just as importantly, what's not included in your project. You can use this to get all the stakeholders clear on project expectations. And don't forget to get it signed too. That way you can refer back to it if there are any disagreements on scope down the road. Before we jump into our next tip, I want to say this. There are 6 project management basics that help to ensure project success, and I put together a free guide to help you understand them. If you are serious about leveling up your project management skills, be sure to grab the guide. Comment free link below and we'll comment back with a link to download it. Create a realistic project timeline and keep your eye on it. To create a realistic timeline, you need to understand all the tasks involved in your project. I bet you're wondering how to do that. Well, I use tools like the work breakdown structure, known as WBS, action plan to map out tasks and dependencies. This is one of the key project tools I teach project managers about in my Slay Project Management online course. My Project AI tool actually helps you to build the WBS based on few key project details. It's pretty amazing, if I do say so myself. And it's part of my Slay Pro upgrade that also includes my course and weekly group coaching calls. Once you've built your project schedule, be sure to monitor it continuously to ensure the timeline stays on track. But also be flexible. Don't avoid raising flags or having conversations if things seem like to be going off track. You want to build in buffers for delays. Trust me, they will happen. Build strong relationships with your team and stakeholders. Something I've always stressed with new project managers is this: a foundation of trust will make it easier to navigate challenges down the line. Take time to understand each team member's strengths, motivations, and more importantly, concerns. It's time well spent in the long run. For more on this, watch my video on introducing yourself to a new team member. Go to the YouTube search bar and type Adriana Girdler, introduce yourself. Prioritize communication. Communicating regularly with your stakeholders keeps them informed and engaged, which leads to project success. Yep, if you watch any of my other videos, you know I talk about communication a lot because it's that important. You want to set up a communication plan early on in your project, and in it you want to outline how to share status updates, set clear expectations for communication so your team knows when and how they'll hear from you and what you expect from them. So you want to tell your team, don't say yes if you really mean no. Be open and honest at meetings, as it will help us immediately address project needs, and raise concerns in meeting at the time of conversation, not afterwards, as this can create issues for the project. When you're communicating with your team, keep your message clear, concise, and tailored to your audience. And my last piece of advice on this is be an active listener. Yes, good communication minimizes misunderstandings and keeps everyone aligned. Embrace learning and adaptability. New project managers often fall into the trap of thinking that once you've made a plan for your project, that's it. Well, it's not one and done. I promise you, your plan will change. Not everything will go according to plan, so you have to be adaptable. Be ready to pivot and be flexible when needed. And just as important as being adaptable is learning along the way. That way you can improve your approach in the future. A really easy way to do this when you're new and it's hard to call out team members is to use an after action review. This is also known as an AAR. This is where you document lessons learned to use on your next project. An AAR helps you see what's happening, what was supposed to happen, what you learned, and it also removes the emotional charge when you're discussing what happened on your project with your team. It also helps you be cool, calm, and professional in your delivery. And last, but definitely not least, is don't wait for feedback from your manager or project sponsor. Seek it out. Ask for feedback from your team and stakeholders will help you continuously grow as the leader. Now, if you want even more tips on how to be a project ninja, make sure you take a look at my free cheat sheet on 6 basics to keep your project from failing. Grab the link below this video. Watch this video next. It's a step-by-step video for new project managers on balancing theory and practice. Now, don't forget to subscribe. And if you found this video helpful, I would be grateful if you gave this video a thumbs up. See you at the next video.